All right, let's look outside. This is Ely here this morning, and we're not seeing too much activity across the area. I mean, there could be a couple snowflakes flying, but that's pretty much about it. The bulk of the snowfall is done, or pretty much all the snowfall is done. For most areas, there is a secondary system that we're watching here that will be edging just on the eastern periphery of the region. That could mean some accumulating snowfall for some areas, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Looking at some of the current conditions across our area, mainly the roads, pretty much doing clear. Again, most of the main roads are clear. The secondary roads are getting clearer. And then, again, the plows will be working on some of the more secluded roads or alleys across the region. But again, you can see bare pavement pretty much across the region so far. The Iron Range, International Falls, down here in the Twin Ports, as well as Wisconsin and the UP. So again, only a couple areas maybe partially snow covered, including the stretch between Silver Bay up to about Grand Marais. But we're doing much better here this morning compared to yesterday. Now you look off into the eastern parts of the area, a little bit off, and they're seeing maybe a little bit more snowfall starting to work into the region. Again, thanks to this area of low pressure that's currently kind of winding up right now, and that's pushing the edge of the snow. You kind of see it pivoting back towards the west. We also have our original low pressure system that's allowing for the couple flurries this morning, but this trough here, this dotted black line, is going to actually connect with our old system that's going to allow for some snow to develop across the snow belt and for the tip of Cook County. So timing it out here for the rest of today, it should be fairly dry here, mainly east or west here of US 53, but east of there along parts of the South Shore, mainly again the snow belt and the tip of the Arrowhead, we could see some snow begin to work its way in as the trough begins to push its way farther off towards the west. Here's a look at 5 o'clock. Again, most of the region dry other than our eastern zones. The eastern zones continue to snow during the overnight hours as well as through the day tomorrow. I think it'll be more so focused along the 45 corridor into Gogebic County before it kind of pushes back towards the eastern day on Sunday, because on Sunday our winds are actually going to come back up. So that means a better chance for other flurries across the region, kind of those snow streamers we've seen before in January. But I think we'll see some more lake effect snow even across parts of the Bayfield Peninsula, which is why I have a trace the 1 inch possibility of minor accumulation in that zone. But a good 3 to 6 inches I think is a pretty good bet for places like Ironwood and the rest of Gogebic County. Iron County, general 1 to 3 inches, especially the farther south you go. Grand Marais, I'm only predicting about 1 inch or so max. And Grand Portage, you might get up to 3 or 4 inches depending on how far west that system goes. So other than that, we're not talking about lots of snowfall. Maybe something more consistent is the wind here heading through the weekend. We'll see persistent wind gusts 20 to 25 miles per hour through Saturday as well as into Sunday, especially along the North Shore. So here's your look at your weekend forecast heading into the next work week. Saturday and Sunday, again, a small chance of some snow here across the Arrowhead, with a better chance at the UP at about 50% for Saturday as well as into Sunday. 70 forecast yields calm conditions for Monday, then Tuesday is when our next system could produce some snow here across the region.